Okay, hey everyone, welcome to our dataton3 Kickstart project presented by Javier, Christian, Safari, Zen, and Alan. Next slide, please. So our agenda today will cover 5 topics, which will be done by each one of us. So first one is how many project IDs over 100K USD reached by the deadline date. Second is the category of the Canadian project transit to get the most bankers. Third is how many successful projects were launched and completed in 2022, which were launched had the most successful project. Fourth is how the project launches vary by location. And the last one is who was the most successful creator of the 2022. So going to the first one, I'm going to examine how many projects had at least the 100K USD pledged by the deadline date. So I'm going to look through 2 aspects. The first one on the left-hand side is telling you how many the Kickstarter will take off since 2017, but the number of the start over 100K pledged hover around 20K after 2017. On the right side of the chart, as we can see, European has the most numbers of projects over 100K pledged versus US dominated over 3% of Kickstarter dollar amount, which were over 100K pledged. Moving on to next one, please.
Answers the question, what category of Canadian projects tends to get the most backers? So this bar graph provides a visualization of the distribution of backers among various categories of Canadian projects. From the graph, it appears that the category with the highest number of backers is the webcomics, which significantly exceeds all the categories with a total of 1 to 709 backers. This category is notably ahead of others such as product design, tabletop games, and others that also have backing but not nearly as much. So the tabletop games is another popular category with 4063 backers, showcasing robust support for gaming. Other categories such as sounds and audio also have significant number of backers with 3,009 and 2,314 respectively. Graph answers the question, what category of
Well, thank you, Zane. For question number 3, how many successful projects were launched and completed in 2022, and which launch month had the most successful projects? We have created 3 visualizations. The graph at the upper left shows the total of projects created and launched in the same year. Approximately 12.5% of the total projects, or 236 projects, occurred in 2022. The number of projects with these characteristics has grown exponentially, particularly since 2013, increasing from 6 projects to 236 in 2022. During 2013, Kickstarter experienced a decline in the number of projects due to the fall in the platform's credibility, largely attributed to the Sano drone scandal, where $2.3 million were collected with a very poor delivery from the company. On the other hand, when looking at the successful projects bar chart at the bottom left, we can compare from the axis the total count and the percentage of successful projects per month that were created and launched the same year. January consistently emerged as the month with the highest rate of success, indicating a possibly favorable window for testing and marketing new products. Reflecting this trend, since 2001, 235 successful projects, about 10% of the total successful projects, have been launched in January. So we can continue with the next slide.
And the next question will be on how do project launches vary by location? For that, I created a bar graph, and it will be at the lower left corner. We can see from there like 2,289 projects were launched from the United States of America, followed by 432 from United Kingdom, 163 from Canada, and the 3 least were from Norway, Greece, and 2 from Luxembourg. Afterwards, I checked on what countries were left behind, which we can see from the lower right corner, that uh, Asia, uh, most of Asia, and for all of Africa and South America, there were a lot of countries which were not present over there. The only exceptions for Asia were Japan, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Next, I combined the North America, like continent-wise, everything, and I wanted to see how much percentage does the continents make up for project launch. So North America was 69.61%, followed by Europe 22.90%, followed by 4.32% Asia and 3.17% Oceania. Our projects were launched between 2001 and 2022. Next will be question 5, which will be answered by Sophie.
Hey, so my visualization serves to answer the question, who was the most successful creator 2022? I made sure to do 3 key procedures within Tableau before making this visualization. So basically the first thing I did was filter columns, create at and deadline, so they solely focus on the success of 2022, so that the money generated after these years won't be counted. Step 2, I filtered out the stay column to only focus on projects classified as successful, so the ones that were canceled, suspended, or others were not included. And then step 3, to define the definition of success for Kickstarter, I decided to make a new column that's the ratio of the pledge amounts in USD to the goal amount, because even if a project generates thousands of dollars and its goal is $1 million, it shouldn't be considered a success due to this gap. So using this ratio, the creator Neil Trigger is the most successful in 2022 for his book. This could be attributed to the fact that he has a big following on YouTube and other platforms. And if we only use pledge amounts as a dictator for success, the company Nora becomes the most successful for their headphones. Nora is a known brand within the YouTube tech sphere, so their sponsored marketing could be an explanation for their vast success. So yeah, next slide.